Hello, Knight Nation, and welcome back to another edition of Bouncin with Andrew. I'm Andrew Greig for the Sons of UCF here outside of Edition Financial, where the Knights are set to face off against the Kansas State Wildcats. Obviously, not the season that many Knights fans wanted, but I'm here to ask them what their preseason expectations were and how they fared. Alrighty, who am I here with?
Savannah!
And for maybe the last time this season, I'm glad I got to interview you. Obviously, maybe not the season that a lot of Knights fans wanted, but what were your own expectations going into the season, and did the Knights come close to it?
Honestly, I like to just approach every season with a completely open mind. Of course, I always have hope because I'm a Knights fan at the end of the day, so I'm going to hope that we come out, we show out. Felt a little bit better earlier on in the season. You know, we started off strong with Texas A&M, and unfortunately that momentum has not kept up.
Was that before or after the 7-game losing streak?
That was before the 7-game losing streak,
Okay.
so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But definitely didn't turn out how I wanted to. But, you know, I've been here and, you know, that's all you can do. Just support.
I'm still upset that we lost over 7 games in a row, but honestly, I'm so happy that we actually didn't want to get to Utah. Honestly, great game. I mean, it was overall just great game all overall. You can't say that, honestly. It's better than losing, I would say that. But overall, it's a great game, honestly. This season, I'm praying that we win this season because we definitely need it and the momentum to either be in the Big 12 tournament. I know we're not in the March Madness this year, but, you know, hopefully we can win something and get something going for us this season.
I mean, I was hoping we were going to be better than last year. I mean, we're sitting around the same points we were last year. You know, the future looks bright, but I was really hoping we can make some noise. It obviously hurts not having Jalen Sellers for majority of the year. So, I mean, it's hard to say we really did anything good this year, but we also didn't have a full roster. We didn't have our best player the whole year. So hopefully we can build off of this year. We got Mikey Williams and Mustafa Cham, who are both freshman eligibility. So hopefully we can build around them.
Do you think we can make any noise in the NIT tournament?
I mean, we haven't been playing too good recently. The defense has been terrible. We've let up 90 plus in like 5 of our last 6. I mean, we played good last game, but, you know, it's just been so inconsistent. So it's hard to say that we can. So I'd like to see us make noise, but I don't want to put too much confidence in it.
The NIT tournament is still within the reach of the UCF Knights. Do you think that we have any shot at competing in it?
I have hope. If there is one thing, is that I have hope. Like I said, I am a UCF fan at the end of the day. So whether we're coming off a 7-game losing streak or we are coming off a 7-game winning streak, I will just have hope and support no matter what.
Do you think that we can make any noise in it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The UCF all day, every day. Come on. Like, we got the best fans in the student union. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on. It's not even a question. Like, of course. We got this. Come on.
What are your thoughts on Johnny Dawkins?
I think Johnny Dawkins has brought a good culture to UCF at the end of the day. And whatever decision is made, I don't honestly have any opinion on it. But I think he's brought a good culture. The wins, debatable. But, you know, yeah, what can you do at the end of the day?
I mean, it's very hard to, you know, throw them under the bus. Obviously, it's a bad year. You look at the coach. At the same time, you got to look at the effort the players are playing in. Obviously, that can reflect the coach at times. But you see our best player, Keyshawn Hall, backing him up. Like, Keyshawn Hall has publicly stated it's not Coach Dawkins' fault. I think we should give Coach Dawkins another try next year. And if, you know, we end up in the same spot that we ended up this year, and we got to maybe sack him. But it's our second year in the Big 12, second year in a big conference. I feel like it's hard to throw him the shoe when he's gave us 2 winning records in 2 years in the Big 12. So I think we got to give him another year.
And obviously a lot of ups and downs in this Knights season, but what has been your favorite memory so far in a Knights game this season?
Obviously, it's got to be against Texas A&M with the Storm Court. I mean, we were looking good that game. We won it. Stormed the court. Everybody loves a good court storm. So, I mean, that's got to be my favorite moment this year for sure.
Probably my favorite moment is definitely storming the court, and that is definitely will always be my favorite moment of coming to every single basketball game, except for the Utah game. That's the only game I missed. But I think the first game against, I believe, Texas Tech, if I'm correct.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And I think that, honestly, that's probably my favorite game. I mean, I will never forget that moment of storming the court and enjoying that game. I mean, that I'm never going to take away. That's like my favorite game of the entire season that we've had so far.
My favorite moment was probably the space game when they dropped the little astronauts from all around the arena. That was so cool, so awesome. Again, space games are the best games. The energy, the uniforms. It was a win, right?
Yeah, no,
Me
no,
like,
it wasn't.
wait,
no,
wait, wait,
no,
what?
it
It
wasn't.
was,
But
right?
it felt like a win. It was an emotional win. Like Houston's a good team, so
Space U is always a win, though.
obviously not the season that a lot of Knights fans hope for. But they'll go on the road to face TCU before coming back home for their final home game of the season against Oklahoma State. For the Sons of UCF, I'm Andrew Greig.